What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome to Big Val Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Val Opinion platform.
And I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here. Lifetime, as far as quick on lifetime, as far as lifetime is concerned, there are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forth for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
What up, everybody? Welcome. Hope everybody had a blessed, productive weekend. Happy to see you all back here on this productive Monday. Man, a lot going on. It's a lot going on. What's up, Lavish? What's up, Miss Lady T? What's up, Coco? It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on out here. But we gotta stay the course. We're gonna try to stay the course. Let's see. What's up, Tim? It's a lot going on, but we just gonna do what we do and keep it simple, keep it direct. We're gonna continue to send prayers up for Mr. Kelly. I did get a email, and I want to give a big shout out to Chi-Town Finance for keeping me posted with some information. Let's see. But she did send me something. I I know I did read something as well, saying that R. Kelly, they did give him some stronger. He did get some stronger medicine. Um, not sure. I'm not sure if he's been put back in the hospital for his medical conditions or not. But I know that he do got a family and small group of family and supporters who plan to go to the MCC and do a wellness check and whatnot to see what's going on if they can get any information with that. But we know we as supporters and fans, we must continue to pray, continue to make sure that God continue to watch over Robert Kelly, continue to watch over anyone that's going through those type of conditions inside of those facilities like that, because a lot of people go through things in those facilities and they don't have the notoriety as a Robert Kelly. So we want to just pray that God just bless all people that's going through any type of situation like this where someone is negligent, where people are knowingly being negligent of these people medical conditions. So we want to ask that God continue to bless, continue to pray and bless all of these people that is going through something, even people that's in these nursing home facilities, in these hospitals and anywhere, because it's not right for someone to need medical treatment in a situation where they're being denied medical treatment, just based off of who they are. That's not all right. That's never going to be acceptable. Um, other than that, we in April. It is the month of April, so we got good things coming. Good things are coming. We finna start off the briefings for the appeal. So this is finna be the start of the vindication of Robert Kelly. This month right here, April of 2023, is finna be the start of the vindication of Robert Kelly. And we have to understand this is gonna be an uphill battle, because the things that we have been seeing is people that know all of this stuff that we talk about on these platforms. It's people that see all of this stuff that we see. It's people that know all this and they're working against it. But at the same time, you know what? It's gotta come to the head. It's gonna be exposed. We gotta pray that God continue to bless Jennifer Bonjean, watch over her law firm, and make sure that she's protected, because she's going up against the machine as well when she's trying to prove Robert's innocent. So we gotta ask that God continue to bless her and protect her and make sure that she's covered and nothing bad or no one try to do nothing to her, because this is a wicked, wicked world that we're living in, and we're seeing it each and every day. We're seeing it each and every day. What's up, CC? What's up, Linda? We're seeing it more and more each and every day. Um, I just want to let's see what first thing I want to talk about. First thing I want to talk about, man, this is crazy, right? So yesterday we watched. Yesterday was the women's NCAA tournament. Yesterday was the NCAA women's basketball tournament, which you had LSU versus Iowa. Now you think about it. Look at the dynamics of this. You got LSU. When you think about LSU, you're gonna think about predominantly a black team. You know, LSU. Then versus Iowa. When you think about Iowa, predominantly a white team. Um, it was some things going on throughout this game yesterday. I don't know if a lot of people was paying attention to it, but it was certain things that happened throughout this game. It was kind of chippy, and it was a lot of little incidents that took place. And I don't know. I'm not sure if a lot of people got to see them or was paying attention to see them, but the one thing is the biggest thing that's on the headlines right now is this young lady from Baltimore by the name of Angel Reese. Yesterday, she during the game yesterday, during the end of the game, they kind of when they got comfortable with the league, uh when they got comfortable knowing that the game was pretty much over with, Angel Reese is who you have here on the left side of the stream. Uh, versus this young lady, Kathleen Clark, Kaylin Clark, however you pronounce her name, which plays for Iowa. And this is the funny thing yesterday. Out of everything that took place yesterday during this women's NCAA tournament, this is the major headline that's going around. So they try to make it seem as if, uh, this it was a black referee also that came under a lot of pressure, a lot of threats behind her calling a technical foul on this Iowa player who clearly took the basketball, threw it out of bounds, which is a delay of game, and it's a technical foul. People didn't like that. People didn't agree with that. But via the rule book, it's the rules. Once you throw the ball out of bounds, other than giving it to an official that's closest to you, that's easy. That's grounds for a technical foul. What up, brother Dean?
What up, What up, bro?
Not much, man.
My headphones sound crazy or not?
It's like cutting out.
Hold on.
So this is the big controversy from the NCAA women's basketball tournament yesterday. You
Yo,
have Angel Reese who did this gesture yesterday to this number 22 Caitlin Clark of Iowa yesterday. So we just gonna look at it like this. I'm gonna show y'all the background of where this started. Let's go to the background of where this started before we get into this my next part of this live.
Team in the fourth, 6 for 6 from the field. Sonata, as you saw there, fouled out with 6:25 to go. And then this begins. Can't see me. Where does this look familiar? Elite Eight matchup between Iowa and Louisville. Clark does the very same thing. So we head back to the game on Sunday.
So during the Elite Eight, you had this basketball player from Iowa. When they was putting out Louisville, she did this gesture to Louisville. And I'm not taking nothing away from her game. The young lady can ball. She can shoot the lights out of. She can see Steph Curry of the NCAA. She got game. But this is her taunt. She taunted Louisville during the Elite Eight, and she put this like "you can't see me," like the little John Cena "you can't see me" impression. So now comes the championship game. LSU, Angel Reese, this young lady has been criticized quite a bit throughout this whole NCAA year. Well, LSU went up big, and LSU kind of knew the game was over with. So it was during a free throw shots. So during a free throw towards the end of the game, Angel Reese decided to return the favor to Caitlin Clark and put the "you can't see me" back in her face the same way that she did it to Louisville.
Facts.
But this is the thing. When Clark did it to Louisville, they said she was a queen, she was competitive. You know what I'm saying? It was a good for the sport, championship pedigree. You know what I'm saying? They had all number of good things to say about her, but when Angel Reese did it yesterday towards the end of the championship game, they say that this young lady was a thug. She was ghetto. She was unprofessional, bad for the sport. Like this has been the biggest headline from the NCAA game, women's championship game yesterday versus LSU winning their first national title, women's basketball winning their first national title. They broke the records for points scored in a national title game, men
Right.
or women, they were all. This is all their first year playing together. Like there's so many good accolades, so many things that we could have took from the game yesterday, watching LSU play and our play, and it was a good game. It was a great game.
This
But
was
this is the headline that they chose to run with from the game.
this was like redemption from Angel Reese and the point guard.
Right,
Cause it was like a little up and down. Come out, Angel Reese was number two player entering college, and then the point guard she had a little. They both had their little ups and downs. But I don't like things like that, cause like they was already during the game. They didn't even wait till the game finished. They was already like, oh, why she bragging and doing this?
yeah,
I'm just in my head like, wow, like. I'm just like, wow, like let that girl have her fun. Like it's just competitive nature. She ain't call nobody out their name. She ain't like, come on. If you could only hear some of the things that actual NBA players are saying towards each other during the game, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing what she did. But once again, America got to remind Black people who we are.
right. That's a good point. That's a damn good point you just made. And that's what it is. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about. So go
It
ahead,
just
bro.
not just like even today. I don't know. Well, we see a whole bunch of things. Not to go off topic, but it's just like this. Just like even today, like you see Trump, whatever case maybe it's
Oh, we
crazy.
finna leave there. We finna go there. So if it's about Trump, just hold on. We finna go there.
I bet.
We finna go there. We finna go there.
Nah, say no more about do your thing.
Okay, let's take this off the screen. This is why I'm saying this double standard world that we're living in. And that's just gonna segue into what we're going to. All right, let's get this next clip up here. I just want to see if people gonna point out the things that I pointed out when I heard this shit Sunday.
With former President Donald Trump expected to leave Palm Beach Airport for New York, where he's going to turn himself in tomorrow to face criminal charges. We don't know the exact charges. We know them when the indictment is released tomorrow. But we do know the investigation is focused at least part on a hush money payment before the 2016 election. We are covering all the angles this morning, what to expect at the arraignment, the legal minefield Donald Trump could be facing. We also have a new poll on what the American people think of this unprecedented indictment. Rachel Scott starts us off at Mar-a-Lago. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning. And this will be a moment unlike any other in American history. In just a few hours, former President Donald Trump will leave his Mar-a-Lago estate to do something that no former president has ever done before, turn himself over to authorities. This morning, former President Donald Trump is preparing to leave his Mar-a-Lago estate and surrender to authorities in New York. His attorney already promising a fight.
He's gearing up for a battle. This is something that obviously we believe is a political persecution. He's a tough guy, George, as you know, and he's someone who's going to be ready for this fight.
It's the first time a former president has ever faced criminal charges. Given the historic nature of the indictment, Trump's own lawyer admits he doesn't even know what to expect.
This is unprecedented. I don't know. I've done a million arraignments in that courthouse with celebrities and whatnot, but this is a whole different thing. We have Secret Service involved. What I hope is that we get in and out of there as quickly as possible.
The indictment remains under seal until Trump makes his first appearance in court tomorrow. But sources tell ABC the former president faces around 24 counts, including felonies, in connection to a hush money payment made to porn star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. The indictment has unified the Republican Party. 6 governors and 90 Republicans on Capitol Hill putting out statements in support of the former president.
Overall, it's ridiculous. If this is politically motivated, this will be a shame on our criminal justice system.
Even Trump's potential rivals rushing to his defense.
They're trying to do all these legal gymnastics to try to act like it's a felony, when almost every other time he's trying to take the felonies and downgrade them to misdemeanors. This guy is doing politics. He has an agenda. That is not the rule of law.
One Republican who is not, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, who told our Jonathan Karl he plans to run and challenge Trump in 2024.
Do you believe that now that he's been indicted? Should he drop out?
Well, I do, and for a couple reasons. I mean, first of all, the office is more important than any individual person. And so for the sake of the office of the presidency, I do think that's too much of a sideshow and distraction.
As Trump prepares for that court appearance tomorrow, our latest ABC News Ipsos poll shows that 45% of Americans believe that Trump should be charged with a crime. 32%, including the majority of Republicans, say that he should not. After his arraignment, Trump is expected to travel right back here to Florida to deliver an evening address.
We're going to start with former President Donald Trump, expected to leave Palm Beach Airport.
Yo,
Now, I wonder what people take from this.
Now,
I want what I'm gonna say to the audience. Now, y'all just heard what y'all heard, and I want y'all to think back to when goddamn R. Kelly was walking his goddamn dog in front of the outside the Trump Tower,
and they manhandled that man. But Vi, one thing I'm gonna say is, I don't feel bad for that man, because you know why? I remember my mom sat me down and was telling me back in the day with the whole Central Park 5 situation. I hope people do know that man was the reason why they was pushing that issue and going so hard on them 5 young men. And I hope y'all came out and seen what one of the guys he had said yesterday. He simply said he had one word for Trump: karma. And that's all I'm gonna leave it right there as.
And see, the thing that I was taking from this shit is the treatment in the two, right? Like I was telling somebody yesterday, I didn't know that it was a difference in the criminal versus the criminal act, right? So if the criminal act is obstructing justice, which was the same criminal act that R. Kelly was accused of, but R. Kelly was able to turn himself in on the child support warrant that he had out. But when it came to the criminal indictment, what did they do? They swarmed in, locked him up while he was walking his dog, and R. Kelly been locked up ever since. But they allowing this man, Donald Trump, who's been criminally charged on obstruction charges, they are allowing him to say, I'm gonna fly to New York, I'm gonna stay at my Trump Tower, I'm gonna turn myself in on Tuesday. They say that they're not gonna put him in handcuffs. I'm like, hold on. Is this a fucking criminal? Or is this a motherfucking a parade? Which one is it?
And yo, Vi, it's crazy because my shorty, she seen the whole thing. She working in West Palm Beach. Well, she about to fly back to New York right now. But she was like, yo, the whole airport was it was nuts. But she said she got to see him, whatever the case may be. They said that man, you wouldn't even know he going through no criminal type charges.
Man, I sat here last night. I'm listening to the TV and I'm hearing this shit. They say this motherfucker get the R. Kelly didn't have the option to turn himself in, which he would have turned himself in. But they said R. Kelly was a flight risk. Who is the bigger flight risk? A man that has no money versus a fucking billionaire that has all the resources. The man has his own private fucking jet, plane, everything. So you mean to tell me he wasn't deserving of y'all to just swarm down and swarm in and lock him up versus how y'all did R. Kelly? And I don't have no issue against Donald Trump. That's not my partake. I don't care about none of that. But I'm looking at the treatment between the two criminal acts that the government is seeing. What they just I'm seeing this shit bro, they putting this shit right in our face. Y'all gonna let this man tell y'all what he gonna do. Then y'all gonna say that we not gonna put him in handcuffs? What the fuck? Just because he's a former president don't mean he not no fucking criminal.
I guarantee you, if it was President Obama was doing the same shit he did, you would saw a totally different outcome.
Handcuffs, man. Then is he gonna have a mug shot?
Thank you.
They say the man told them that he coming to New York on Sunday. He gonna stay in this Trump Tower. Turn it. He said he was flying into New York on Monday. He gonna stay at home Monday night. He gonna turn himself in Tuesday. They won't put him in handcuffs. Then he got an indictment. Now look, he got just as many charges as Kel's been. He got two dozen charges, over 2 dozen charges. So that means 12 and 12. That's 24 charges.
And yo, Vi, I feel not for nothing. This right here gonna open a can of worms for him, because I think this probably just the beginning. When you look at what they saying, it's like, well, he paid some hush money. Okay,
Right, the same bullshit they did R. Kelly though.
Exactly.
If you listen to it, you listen to how they framing it. They're saying the same shit that he did. They saying that he used campaign money to pay Stormy off. But the thing is this. Now the thing is this now. Stormy Daniels and Michael Avenatti reached an agreement of a settlement, which is remedy. A settlement is considered remedy. So how is they bringing the same? So right now it's like they say, man, they coming back with shit now to try to bring charges of obstruction. But look at the time that they're doing it. Right when this man is getting ready to start off his campaign, going into 2024, all this shit. They've been sitting on this shit all this time. All this information they claim they supposed to have. So now it's either gonna go in the government favor or it's gonna go in Trump favor.
But this the thing. This is the thing, Vi. What did he pay hush money for though?
Right. And then why isn't it now if he used the campaign money if he used campaign money, and that means if he used campaign money, that means he had funders, right? People that was funding him. So why wouldn't they be a part of a RICO conspiracy to obstruct if that's what the money was used for? Ain't that what they told R. Kelly? They said Darren McDavid conspired to cover up, to pay off witnesses to not to show up to trial.
Shit is crazy, bro. Shit is crazy.
Man, I'm sitting here looking at this shit, bro, and I'm like, oh hell no. Then at the same time, now I look at so much other shit though. Why wait till the month of April? Then you come to New York with this bullshit to try to overshadow what's really finna go on in New York. And that's the appeal for R. Kelly.
Facts.
That shit take place, the briefing take place this week.
Facts.
Look at the timing of this shit.
Because for his New York shit, it's this Friday, yeah.
It's this Friday. Look at the timing, bro. These people think they got down so smart that don't nobody see the bullshit that they doing, bro. Now they got the whole world distracted, not paying attention what the government finna be exposed for the corruption that they did against R. Kelly, but now almost all the people gonna be paying attention to Trump. So believe it or not, we're gonna be seeing a protest by Thursday.
Yeah, I said before. Trust me, with this whole appeal situation with Kels, you gonna see all the BS, and then people gonna be like, hold up. Now, y'all said he did this, and that. We ain't know all of that now. And I'm telling you, J-Rock said it the best. It's gonna come out to where if this man get free or some way, they're gonna find a way to kill him. God forbid, but it is what it is. We're just gonna keep it real. They're gonna find if he beats this appeal, which he is, they're gonna find a way to kill that man. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna make another documentary showing all the women as liars, and then it's gonna be a situation where play all the R. Kelly down, and so they can make as much money they can.
These people, think they smart, but they ain't smarter than us.
Exactly. Like, come on, like you, as I said, as I always thought to myself, a lot of people out here think with emotion. Now I think off of logic. As I said, ain't no black woman out here eating shit and getting locked in no basement. I'm sorry. That don't go on in our culture. I don't know. Black women, I view my queen stronger than that. Maybe we could be dumb sometimes, but I don't know. I don't think you're gonna have no man out here doing all the shit they said he was doing. I maybe could be wrong, but I don't know.
Man, this shit crazy, man. This shit crazy, and it's getting crazier by the day. When you sit back and you hear this shit that's going on, you hear the shit that's going on. I'm just saying, like, they say Trump got a 30-count federal indictment.
That's crazy. Oh, so his shit not even state, it's federal.
20 counts of federal indictment on one chick, Stormy Daniels.
That's crazy. But see, as I said, Vi, it's gonna open a can of worms because then what is he paying the money for? Because then that's gonna later come out that, or if it do come out, oh, what was you paying the money for?
But these motherfuckers can't even prove obstruction. You talking about a billionaire. Y'all trying to prove obstruction or against a billionaire that y'all can even prove against a motherfucker like R. Kelly that didn't have near about the money that Trump had.
Exactly.
So y'all wasting the fucking public time.
That
This woman, and then why they want to do that now? Because they want to repay Stormy Daniels back for Mike Avenatti fucking taking all her money.
mm-hmm.
Why he ain't being charged for obstruction?
Facts. This shit is crazy.
It's selective, man. Selective.
Facts. It definitely is. People picking, but we should already know that in life, cause it's like, yo, it's just like even in the hood, you got motherfuckers that want to act tough with one person, but you ain't gonna act tough with that motherfucker who just punched you in your face last week, but today you won't come and act tough with him. I mean, we see it every day with the selective what people want to do.
Shit crazy, man. Hold on, Kurt. Let me get in my truck.
Free Uncle Kels, y'all. Free Uncle Kels.
Every time it's something in our culture, that shit get looked at a certain way. And this is how it's been forever, though. And I'm sitting here yesterday, I'm tripping. I'm like, they get this man on a federal indictment and letting him choose when he gonna come turn himself in. I'm like, wow. They arrested R. Kelly like he was gonna run. That man ain't never ran from these people.
Facts. They said my man. They said my man was walking. I forgot what R. Kelly dog name again was.
Belief.
Belief. Yeah. They said he ran down on him with belief and then swarmed him. He was like, "What the hell I did?" That's ridiculous. But I said once again, America will always be there to remind us who we are.
What up with it, Lex? What up, Lex? You got it.
How y'all
What's up,
doing,
Lex?
man?
What's up, Lex?
How you brothers doing, man?
We Gucci great. We great.
Okay. Hey, I just woke up. I said, let me come on here and see what you guys got going on. I don't trying to see what you Well, I don't see what your heading is. Y'all just commenting on today's topics and whatnot.
Right now, I know. Right now, we was talking. I don't know if you heard. We was talking about the whole Trump situation, how they let
Oh,
him
okay.
tell them what he want to do and how he want to turn himself in. But
Yeah.
R. Kelly couldn't even get the benefit of the doubt. They just ran down
Yeah.
on him while he's with his dog outside his. It's crazy outside of a Trump Tower place and locked his ass up.
Right. Right. Yeah, I did see
But
something about it. He's supposed to be getting rain or something today, but there was a lot of commotion going on around there in New York. So I don't know. I don't know what happened if they didn't got him in rain or if he just did talking and yapping. I don't know what's going on with that part.
yeah, now, but I was saying, Lex, like me, I'm a person like Lex. I'm not into politics. I don't know nothing about politics, so it ain't really my thing. Like what the case may be. Like I said,
Right.
I don't care for Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump hater. I really don't care. The only thing what I said was only thing I say and I agree with is if anybody knows with the whole Central Park Five situation back in the day, he was one of the
Right.
people that was pushing the situation for them boys to get prosecuted and get all the time they got. I don't know if you see
Yeah.
one of the Central Park Five guys came out and said he got one word for Trump, which is karma.
Yeah, I do remember him bring that up when they did get out of whenever the media was talking about it. I do remember them saying something about Trump and then old homegirl down there. And Darling was the one that supposed to have been on the
Mm-hmm.
case or whatever. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do kind of remember some stuff about that. Uh,
Yeah.
and how she carried on about it. Then once everything came out like it always is, gonna find out they innocent. But why you guys don't never go after the people who the prosecutors and all the eyewitnesses said they saw them do this? Y'all used to start getting them time too. Just don't say, okay, well, we made a mistake and we're gonna let y'all get
Facts.
out. But the person who made the darn discovery or whatnot, they falsifying evidence they never had. You just want to lock somebody up just for the sake of it. And then you don't want to go after the people who really did it because you want to try to lock these guys up. So I feel like it's just like in the same thing with our killer's case. Everybody that lied, they should get some bar time to get them some bar time. Let them get behind uh,
Mm-hmm.
a hot cot, couple of iron bars, and no recreational activities and no phone calls or nothing. Put them in the hole and all this stuff. Treat them the same way. That's some
Exactly.
shit that lied. But what I
Exactly.
did want to say, I know y'all heard about the little girl that did all that killing down there in Tennessee, the alphabet girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever she is. Okay, I
Yeah.
just heard today on the podcast that I was on earlier that, and this is their word. This ain't nothing I said. It's just something they made up, or whatever the case may be. Supposedly or allegedly that the girl did that because the teachers, I guess was it a Catholic school or whatever the case may be. She did it because supposedly there's supposed to have been some molestation going on in the school, so that's why she did it. And that's what I heard today on the podcast. So I said, well, okay, just say for the sake that was true. They're gonna say that was true. So I started thinking. I say now everything they said about R. Kelly is supposed to be he did all this stuff to these people. Why didn't the same thing happen to him then, especially down in Chicago? How they don't tolerate stuff like that. But this man been going on 30 plus years making music and doing this thing, and he has those same allegations, but nobody took out the time to say, wait a minute, I got to go on and put this man head on flat because he done mess around one of my nieces or cousins or anything. None of that never went down, but you had this incident happen in Tennessee where supposedly kids were being molested in the school. So a former student decided to take it out amongst themselves to go take out some lives, put some heads on flat, if that's the case. So That's the first thing I thought about. I said, now, damn, I mean, if she did do that because of that reason, and then you look at R. Kelly's case here, nobody died on something like that. Nobody got killed. So it's just crazy to me. It's real crazy to me how that right there can go down, and we still don't know if that's the actual reason why she did it. So I just feel like if you want to parallel the two, you got people getting killed down there at the school because some alleged molestation, but in our kid's case, you got people running around trying to get money. So that ain't adding up to me. That's a trip.
I'm with you, Lex. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy, man.
shit is crazy, man. Shit is definitely crazy.
Yeah, and then see they got last week, this last Thursday when all that stuff went down about him not getting treatment and uh I think I heard was it who was that? It was somebody talking about it. It kind of messed me up because it was my birthday in here. I didn't even get to really enjoy my birthday, and I started hearing all that bad news. I'm like, damn, man.
Or happy B-Day, Lex. Happy belated.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't really get to enjoy it to the fullest because I'm sitting there thinking about this man up here going through all this stuff from the people who had him put there because y'all feel some type of way. Now his health is bad, and then y'all joking and making funny remarks about it while he being locked up. I said, boy, when y'all time come, I just can't wait to see you. I
Lex,
cannot wait. Everybody that
Lex,
had a hand in
Lex, I said before, they ass is lucky I wasn't God.
it.
I'm telling you, cause karma is a bitch, and I'm telling you, they
Yeah,
lucky my ass wasn't God. Cause when
I
I
feel
was
you on that.
finished with them, I'd have made an example for a million
Yeah,
years to come.
I
I
feel you.
guarantee.
And I wouldn't wait. I'm like you. I wouldn't wait. I like, okay, so you want to do that? Okay. I'm gonna let you feel the wrath right now where the whole world can see. I ain't gonna wait till 4, 5 years down the line. I'm gonna get you right now. So
Exactly,
everybody can see this is what you don't do.
exactly.
Yeah,
But
it's crazy, boy. I mean, how you gonna sit there and there's one thing you already joking about the man being locked up. Then you wishing upon more bad things while the guy's locked up. I mean, you just don't. I say that got to be the devil's reject. I mean, you can't ride with the devil and at the same time when you get put on the side of the road, you want to cry for God for help. You can't do that.
mm-hmm.
And that's what's gonna happen to them. Everybody that did something wrong, they in the world of trouble.
Facts,
They in the world of trouble. And I feel like when this appeal comes, it's really gonna hit the fan. I'm looking for
That's
something
what
else
it's
to happen.
about, man.
facts.
Yep.
That's why you seeing so many distractions right
Okay.
now.
Cause, cause I was just watching last night with all the with Perspective Me, Sylvia, and the old viral access media guy, and there was certain things that they was going through, and they didn't even finish. So it was certain things I still didn't even had known. Like you get what I'm saying? I was like,
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, damn, yeah. I'm like, yo, people really can be this evil, like.
Yeah, man. Like,
But see, the whole thing of this R. Kelly shit, man, with people, a big thing is people not seeing is, and people not really paying attention to is, it ain't the opposition who caused the most harm. They might have started this shit. There's a lot of people who was claiming to be for R. Kelly, with R. Kelly, that caused this man a lot more turmoil than what he already was going through.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And see, that's why you have to really look at you have to sit back and just you take what you take from wherever you get your information from. But a lot of this shit, man, and I look at it, I look at everybody. Ain't no stone gonna go unturned when it comes down to what role you played in this whole situation. Because
Mm-hmm.
like people like us, we just surface level people that's out here just having a conversation. I ain't never talked to a lawyer, never talked to a judge, never. Yeah, I
Facts.
don't want to do none of that shit. I just want to be a supporter that's on the outside looking in, speaking on the shit that I see, and that's it. That's all. See, this whole shit with R. Kelly case, man. A lot of it, like I say, man. I look at it, and my honest opinion is it's a lot of these supporters that claim they support R. Kelly did a lot of, just as much as these people that came against R. Kelly. That's just
Mm-hmm.
my opinion.
Gotta be fair.
You know, how the fuck y'all start on YouTube? Is if y'all come on YouTube as supporters of R. Kelly, courtroom going against each other. That's on either side. That's on whether the people lost track of who this shit was about. This shit's about
Yep.
R. Kelly. Now, everything that comes under the R. Kelly umbrella, whether it's good or bad, who get held accountable for it? R. Kelly.
Facts.
Yep.
When they see
They
that
like
they reporting that shit on R. Kelly supporters, R. Kelly supporters, R. Kelly supporters, R. Kelly supporters. I mean, no one never. I mean, it's a lot of people that just got caught in the midst of this shit that was going on and forgot who this shit was about. Only one person is locked up behind this shit, and
Facts.
everything that go on the outside world, they doing it in the name of R. Kelly, whether they knowingly doing it or indirectly knowing that they doing it. But no matter at the end of the day, it's in the name of R. Kelly.
Facts.
one thing about it though, they feel like they really helping, but they're hurting in reality. They already came out and
Yeah.
said that, hey, I don't care who helping me, just stop all the bickering and fighting and just try to get the thing done. Whether you
Mm-hmm.
want to send the letters or you want to make the phone calls, whatever the case may be, stop fighting amongst each other because everybody trying to get one goal done. And it seemed like, I mean, when you came on, I don't know when you came on the scene because I think when I had first talked to you, I think I came on your live. I was washing my wife's car, and I've been, between you,
Mm-hmm.
Dana, and Prima, I've been following y'all,
Man,
and then
I wasn't a blogger in the beginning. I was a spectator for the longest. But the
right,
thing was, when I did call in the people show, I spoke what I saw. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like I said, I came from phases from Sugar and Spice, aka Spice Topic, Levi, all the Dr. Rice, Dr. Roger, all these people, man. I seen Keith T, Spin the Fire, all these people, man. I've been around
right,
watching this shit that long. You know,
yeah,
I seen Wayne Williams interviews, the Bolton Jane interviews, all these shit like, and that's it. As a supporter, as a fan of, you want to know the information. So you go
yeah,
back and you sit back and you sitting here looking at this shit, you looking and you looking. Yeah, I done seen a lot of these people that claim they for R. Kelly say fuck R. Kelly. So
Facts.
how am I supposed to take it? Because I'm a fan and I'm a supporter, but the biggest thing that I'm trying to get to people's attention is the injustice of this man that all of us, man or woman, are could be treated the same way. You know what I'm saying? If they would treat a celebrity like this, fuck just a celebrity. Look how they treating a president. You know what I'm saying? And this
Mm.
man, and they hate him just as much as they hate niggas.
Shoot.
From the looks
And
of it,
it's trickling
shoot.
down
And,
to the normal
and
person, so they better get ready.
shoot. And R.
you
Kelly.
see what I'm
And,
saying?
and shoot. R. Kelly that made Sony, who damn near run a percentage of the world, billions of dollars.
Yep,
Trump kids,
You see?
Trump kids say he made anybody billions of dollars. He made himself billions of dollars. R. Kelly made other motherfuckers billions of dollars, and look how they treat him.
So when I got into this fight, I thought about myself. I thought about the Lexus and the J Rocks and the Sir Miguel's, the Deans, people that's like us that's not gonna have that notoriety, not gonna have that celebrity status. Like I tell people, R. Kelly is a blessing to that MCC because guess what? By them treating him that way, I'm quite sure it's probably 100 other fucking inmates in there that's getting treated the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, now everybody can see what's going on. Man, you heard the stories about what's going on in the MCC and the prison system, but people ain't really spoke out about it. But now the eyes are being turned toward. Well, we need to really see what's going on in these prison systems because you've heard like they only get so much time of doing this and food ain't good. The health crisis going on and all this stuff. You hear about those things, but you really don't hear from on the prison level. Like you don't have nobody to really just
I remember
express
once
themselves.
my grandmother would always tell me, you know, if you're gonna do something, for somebody, you do it from the heart. That means with
Yeah,
with nothing in return expected. But a lot of these goddamn people that came out here claim a lot of these R. Kelly supporters, they supported with the expectations of something in return.
you ain't lying about that. Every time I think about it, I start laughing about what Don Russell did. You said you didn't want all this stuff, and he ain't got to do nothing but you want to get your cut, so you
You
gonna
want
release
10% or
abuse.
20% of what you put in. What the fuck
Yeah,
did you put in? What did you put in that was already there?
yeah, that's just
That shit
like
was already in place before you came around.
yeah, that's just like you come to my house and I get sick. You take some out of my house, take it to the pawn shop, and you got the ticket, and then you don't tell me, well, when he ain't sick no more, he can come get the ticket, but he gonna have to give me some money. That shit don't make no damn sense.
Nah, it don't make no sense. But the world not gonna look at that because at the end of the day, when you are Kelly, you subjected to be treated the way that you are treated, and nobody supposed to give a fuck, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, you are
bottom
Kelly, man.
line.
You supposed to be able to get over that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like when you was a kid, right? And your mama hit you, or somebody hit you, and they tell you stop that crying. You ain't hurt.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how
Oh,
they.
that didn't
That's
hurt
how
you.
they
Get up.
doing it.
That didn't hurt you.
Yeah, that's how they doing it too. That's exactly how they doing it. They don't give a damn about what your parents did. Shit. Oh well, hell, shit, you be alright. You made it. Yeah, now you go.
The shit just sad, man. It's sad as fuck. And the thing, see, like we were saying the other day, this shit with Donald Trump could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. But we know that Donald Trump supporters can come together, and you ain't gonna see
Oh
no
yeah.
Facebook page, no
Hell
Instagram, no
no.
Twitter, no YouTube video. You just gonna see hundreds of motherfuckers piled together protesting.
Yeah.
Right.
R. Kelly
Yep. Yep.
sector, shit, man, trying to bring people together. You might well goddamn me. It's like dropping food in a goddamn pit bull dog pen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I just don't get it. Out of everybody, he don't want to have people that can't get it together.
I
Regardless of how
can't
this
see the
problem.
comments because I can't see the comments because I'm driving. But yeah, man, I'm just looking at this shit, man. And yesterday, I'm telling y'all, it took everything in me. And like I say, I don't have an issue against President Trump or none of that. But my issue is the treatment that we see, the blatant shit that they put in front of us. Watching that NCAA tournament yesterday, women's basketball tournament, and look at how they treated this young lady, all because she put her hand in her face and said, "You can't see me." But the girl she did it to another team in the Elite Eight, and it was celebrated. When she did it, it was just good for the sport. But when a black girl did it, oh, she's a thug, she's ghetto, she ain't got no compassion. What the fuck? So my word is to all the people who think we removed from certain things in this world. I'm just here to remind y'all, we still there. We ain't made no progress. Like legs fell off. We ain't made no progress. You goddamn, you being charged as a criminal. I ain't know there was a different type of criminal. I thought criminal mean criminal. But you get to tell the people that you gonna fly to your Trump Tower and you gonna stay at home and you gonna turn yourself in the next day, but they not gonna put you in handcuffs, but you being charged on a federal indictment. Come on, man. R. Kelly didn't get that treatment.
Thanks.
They came with a federal indictment against R. Kelly. These motherfuckers swarmed in and locked him up, didn't give a damn who got the dog. Now, since Trump got the money to, he got enough money to escape, he got a private jet and all that shit. Let's see if he gonna get a bond. Oh yeah, he gonna get one. I'm quite sure he will. He got all the necessary means to lead this country and survive. Like I told somebody last night, Donald Trump can go get a whole nother goddamn planet if he wants to.
Shit is the biggest slap in our face.
Yeah. But then y'all gonna bring this shit. I look at the timing of all this shit. Right before R. Kelly appeal take place this week, y'all want to come with this shit. Y'all say that y'all been had this information since last year. So why y'all wait till April to come with this shit to the public? Right when this man about to get ready to start his appeal. R. Kelly case need all the attention in the fucking world right now.
Yeah, it need to be put on Front Street. It need to be televised.
But you know they say the revolution won't be televised. The Malcolm tell us that.
Yeah. Now, what you were saying about the game last night? Cause I was telling my wife about it. How the little Iowa girl, she was showboating on South Carolina, and then at that term say, "It's cool when y'all do it. It's a problem when we do it."
Yeah, she did that against She did that against Louisville in the Elite Eight.
Oh,
you know,
she did
they was
too?
up by they was up by 16, and she told the Louisville player, she turned around to him and did the little John Cena, "You can't see me," little impression. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got it right here. Hold on, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, go and roll that thing then.
But when black people do it, it get a whole different understanding.
Yeah.
In the fourth, 6 for 6 from the field. Sonata, as you saw there, fouled out with 6:25 to go. And then this begins. Can't see me. Where does this look familiar? Elite Eight matchup between Iowa and Louisville. Clark does the very same thing. So we head back to the game on Sunday.
So when she did it, it was. They say it was good for the sport.
Yeah.
You know, these are comments. They showed comments from the commentators when she did this shit. That's the difference in how they phrased it.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, that's how it go though. Man, we do the same exact thing. The minute we do the same exact thing, they got a problem. They've been crying for decades. we do a percentage of the crime, and we the worst thing that ever been known to man.
Facts. Yo, Lex, it's just like, I find it so disrespectful when you think about pedophilia and rapists or whatever the case may be. The first name that come to mind in all cultures is R. Kelly and Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? In all cultures, we don't think to downplay when it is like you got what I'm saying. It could be a bunch of Asians amongst each other talking, But the first person they want to bring up is why y'all don't bring up your own?
Yeah, man, you can go back to the Roman times. Look at the statues. How the Romans had it was pedophilia way back then.
Exactly.
But they don't. They glamorize this stuff. But when it comes to us, they want to put us on front street like we the one that created all this shit. We didn't do that.
Nah, we got learn. We got learned behaviors.
Yeah.
You know.
Y'all mess around, but having sex with horses and dogs and pigs and experiment with all, and you got it on videotape for everybody to see it. Y'all, they call it beasting. What do they call it? Bestiality or some shit like that.
Yo, Lex. I always tell everybody. I'll be like, man, in the black community, the only form of rape is, well, on a technical thing, because this is only in America, is a statutory rape. You might see an older motherfucker fucking with a younger chick. That's the only thing you would see in the black community. We don't know nothing about no forcing ourselves and doing all that extra shit. I'm sorry, that's not black people thing.
Nah, man, but you know, that's just like the word motherfucker. Like that shit derived from something that took place.
Exactly. Like why would I want to be a motherfucker? Like what?
But that shit was really a thing. You know what I'm saying? That was really a thing.
Mm-hmm.
When these people didn't care about human life at all.
Yeah, they've been having some major problems way back. Like they're just like Hitler. They don't like Hitler, but they celebrate old homeboy. What's that dude's name? He killed a lot of people too. I'm trying to think of the man's name. Leopold. I think it's Leopold the third, or whatever his name is. They don't like him. I mean, they like him, but they hate Hitler because he supposedly had killed a whole lot of black people.
Man, like Kanye West said, bro, when you bring up to them that we went through some of the same shit that they went through, it ain't a conversation no more.
No, they don't like it.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when you bring up that the way that Donald Trump is being treated versus the way that R. Kelly was treated, it ain't a conversation no more. No matter how much you point out the inconsistencies in the treatment, I don't give a fuck. You being criminally charged for obstruction of justice, what R. Kelly was charged for, one of R. Kelly charges, and you are being federally charged for it. But you get to turn yourself in. They say they not gonna put you in handcuffs. Like what the fuck? You a criminal.
Yep.
And he tell y'all when he gonna turn himself in.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's so telling about it? If you were to lay out all the facts, lay out all the evidence, look how everything went down versus how his stuff played out. You got actual evidence.
See, they still need a woman to come after these people like Donald Trump, the R. Kellys, everybody. They still need a woman to do it. Y'all still need a woman to do it. Y'all still using these women.
Because they know women gonna bring the sympathy.
Yep. Just like old homegirl.
I always tell people, it's like, yo, let just R. Kelly case had just been nothing but males or younger boys. Niggas would have just made a laughing joke out of it and went about their day. That's all it would have really been.
Who that? Queet? I'm not sure who you is. I never seen you over here before, so you have to get verified before I drop the link on this page. You got to be verified before dropping the link. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you know who that is?
Nah, I don't know who that is.
I ain't never seen that name over here before.
Yeah, that's a new one to me too.
Nah, me neither. I ain't. Yeah.
Nah, I don't know that person now. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, look at the case with the what's the lady name? The chick played in Iron Man. The case they just had. She won her little lawsuit, and supposedly she didn't she bumped into the man or the man bumped into her, and you hollering back. You thought he was finna get ready to grape you or whatever the case may be. Now, how you gonna sit there? Why would somebody try to do all that while y'all on a ski
Drop a
slope?
call in number. Somebody drop a call in number in the chat.
Yeah, why you gonna perform something like that? You on a ski slope in front of your family? Why would somebody do something like that? But you had sympathy from the courts, and they went ahead and gave you a little judgment and whatever. And I'm still not convinced on that's what happened because it's the Me Too era.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so sick of them damn people that I don't know what to do. I mean, you got a little ugly running around here, and she don't show up on the scene until it seems like it's a black person that they're trying to take down. And the other chick, what's her name? Tina Chin, the little Asian lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see you trying to take down those Asian men. And I mean, every
Man,
culture has its.
but it's crazy though to this degree for me. And my biggest thing, like with Donald Trump, they say he did so much, but the
Yeah,
only thing they've been dead ass keying in on is the fact that this Stormy Daniels shit. So you mean that's
man.
what I'm saying? They say R. Kelly did so much, but at the end of the day, this shit is still reverting back to the same goddamn to the tape
Yeah,
in this goddamn Aaliyah situation.
man. Check this out. I've been thinking about this all day, man. I said to myself now, everybody they take down, they interject a woman. They interject a woman in it. I guarantee you that everybody that's behind this got some kind of skeletons in their closet at home. I mean, on from the judges to the prosecutors, on down to whoever. I bet they got some stuff going on that we don't know about. I bet they do. You can't tell me that Ann Donnelly got some frivolous stuff going on in her household. You can't tell me that none of them prosecutors don't have nothing going on in their household. I know they do. You can't tell me Big Boy, what's his name? Uh that dude's name. Peter Griffin.
Jim Derogatis,
Yeah, old Big Jimmy boy.
Jim
Big Jimmy
Derogatis.
Dean. I know. Yeah, I bet he got something going on in his household too. I know he do. I know he probably got a laptop full of kiddie porn on there. I
Facts.
know he do. He like one of them kind of people do stuff like that. And they up here running in behind the lies and trying to keep everything off of them. And I'm willing to bet before this year is over with, somebody's gonna slip up and let something out, and they gonna be in it. Somebody gonna reveal something on them. It's just a matter of time because you can't keep on hiding behind somebody else's dirt that you doing the same thing, if not worse. I bet
Facts.
they got something going on.
Facts. 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 Facts.
So I mean, I don't see nobody else. She called him the Greasy, Daryl Greasy. On
Jim.
classic, call him Daryl Greasy. Yeah, I'm about sick of all of them. I wish they would come out with a tell all to where
Facts.
everybody telling on one another now. So Tim, he's singing like a hummingbird. Then you got little man, he revealing everything. He letting it out every time he do a laugh, like he letting it out. Well, I did this and I did that, and you bring people to your house and show them different documents and all this stuff. I'm like, man, you revealing everything, ain't you?
Facts.
Yeah, you gonna find yourself back in the slammer. Yeah, cause you gonna revoke your little old probation. If he was on probation, you finna revoke that and get right back in the slammer.
Derek, turn your camera off, Derek. And Lavish Lady, can you put the link in the chat for me? Hey, Derek, make sure you got your camera on, man. You got your camera on before I bring you on. All right, y'all go ahead.
All right. What, Derek, you ready to come in? Come in the chat?
Yeah, he up here.
Okay, what's up, Derek?
Derek, what up, bro?
What's going down?
What
Oh,
up, Uncle
man.
D? What up? What up?
How y'all
What's up,
feeling?
man? You know how it is, man. We putting something in the crock pot, man. Put a little seasoning in there with the meat, carrots, and all that, man. You know how we do it, man.
Oh, okay. You know, I apologize if I've been missing, man. I've been working on my house, man. Just getting some
Oh
things.
yeah. I think I heard you on one of the lives. You were trying to paint, get some stuff painted, get a couple of rooms painted and whatnot. So I understand, brother.
Oh yeah, man. It's all over almost, but the crying at this point, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've been in there getting it in, doing what I can, just to make it, presentable for me as I move in, and it's like, hey,
Oh
it's a
yeah,
nice crib, so I ain't got to do too much.
yeah. It's a beautiful thing in the end, though. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, I ain't like
Hold on right quick, y'all. Conundrum, turn your camera off, brother. Turn your camera off before I bring you up on the panel. We got a new member coming. We got a new guest coming up on the panel, Conundrum. He want to come and give us some insight on the Donald Trump situation and give us a little parables with the two.
Okay, we let him slide on in then.
Let's see what he got going on.
What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
How you doing, brother?
All right. What's up, man? Welcome to the panel. You can introduce yourself to the people and welcome to the platform, brother.
Well, my name is Conundrum. That's the name I go by on social media. I am a podcast fanatic. I listen to I don't get my news from the boob tube. I mainly listen to a lot of commentary and a lot of news online. I'm from New Orleans. Currently live in Washington State. I'm a former attorney. I was admitted to the bar in 1997. I practiced up until 2012. I'm now just own businesses and real estate, and that's my gig now. But my passion, my fun, is listening to political commentary on YouTube. So to try to give you a general idea of how Donald Trump is able to turn himself in, and why they're treating him in this manner. Donald Trump is not charging any felonies. Those are misdemeanors. Normally, when someone is charged with something relative to campaign finance, which basically that's what that is normally something that they're fined with. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to think who it was that I think Hillary Clinton had campaign finance issues once she left. Once she lost the first time with Barack Obama, and she was fine. Pretty much the same thing. So, in a nutshell, to give you a clear explanation of what's going on with Donald Trump, they want to paint what Donald Trump did as misappropriation of campaign finances. Whenever you run for office, you have to have a total explanation of every nickel that you spend. Okay, so Stormy Daniels had a relationship with Donald Trump, and she was putting out a book. In essence, Donald Trump and his team didn't want the book exposed, so they bought the rights to the book. But they didn't buy her. They actually did an NDA, but they actually bought rights to the book, so that book can never be published. So what happened was Donald Trump wrote it off as a legal expense. Okay, and then Cohen wrote it off as hush money. He had no explanation as to why he used the money. So that's where the conflict comes in. Does anybody understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we follow.
So what the government is trying to understand, is why is there a discrepancy between the two? So if Donald Trump wrote it off as a campaign expense, but it was actually used for something else, the issue would be the communication between Donald Trump and Cohen.
Okay, so that's no different than so that's no different than the IRS doing an audit because of, you know, you like a dependent or something. You say this is my son, and so, then next year you say, oh, this is my nephew. You know,
right?
That's
pretty much. Pretty much. And the harsh reality is, man, is, you know, there are people who are under the impression that this is going to stop Donald Trump from running for office. There are only 3 requirements for running for president, and being a convicted felon or even being a prisoner does not exclude you from running for office. You do know that, right?
Okay, that's something new to me.
I want to say in 1920, there's a gentleman who ran. He was in federal prison in Atlanta. I can't remember what his name is. He's in federal prison in Atlanta, and he ran for president, made the primary, while serving a 10-year sentence.
That's crazy.
So it doesn't stop them from running for office. What the Dems see, the problem is, man, is that especially us as Black people, we vote with emotion. Shit like this is emotional to us. All right. And you know, I'm not saying vote for Donald Trump. I'm not saying don't vote for Donald Trump. I'm just saying that there's always something bigger to the picture. So in my expertise, I think that Donald Trump will make the runoff, but he's going to lose the primary. I'm sorry, he's going to make the primary, but he's going to lose in the general election because of this, and that's what the Dems are hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I said they've been making it an assertive effort to diminish him.
About this, think about this. Out of all of the years and all of the stories that we done heard about Donald Trump and the females and grab them by the coochie and all this, you can only give me one female, and that's Stormy Daniels.
Well, the reason why Stormy Daniels is so important is because of the use of the money. That's it. It's not that. Right. See, here's the thing. It's not that he slept with Stormy Daniels. That's not in question. It's not that he gave her hush money. That's not in question. What is in question is what he labeled it as it being used for. That's what's in question.
Right. Yeah. Just like an audit.
He got money though, so I mean, dang, really, to be honest.
So the government, but it's the government that's using it to build a case.
It's not about how much money you have. It has absolutely nothing to do with how much money you have.
Where it came from.
Huh?
It's about where it came from.
It's where it came from. Yeah.
No. It's not so much about where it came from either. You have to understand that.
If he lied about it.
Okay, if Donald Trump would have used this for anything other than, okay, let's say for instance he wasn't running for office, and the money did not come from the campaign fund, we would not be having this conversation. But because campaign funds are so they're under a microscope by the government, that's what they're dealing with them on.
Okay, yeah.
It ain't no different than what the regular politicians, when they use their campaign funds to do other stuff with. It's under a microscope to a certain extent because they do a lot of frivolous stuff too. I know we had a lady that was running for, I think she was running for some kind of city council or something, and she was a former school board member or something. She took some of the funds and she used those funds and started buying furniture for her house with it, over $100,000 with the furniture or whatever the case she did with it. She got locked up.
Well, here's the reality. One out of every seven politicians that run for office, and even if they don't make it, has some type of issues with campaign finance where they have to pay a fine.
Right.
Misuse of campaign finance.
And that's kind of like how the people got in trouble behind that Black Lives Matter shit.
Well, that's different.
They was buying the houses with that money that they were being. They say the money that they were raising, they was using the money, misappropriating the money by buying houses and cars and
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's campaign finances, man, are regulated under a much different microscope, and it's unfortunate. As I said before, it's a misdemeanor. All right, it's a misdemeanor. If hypothetically Trump is sentenced to anything, it won't be anything. They're going to give him a fine, and that'll be. He won't do anything.
So what? How could you get 30 counts? I mean, I know they're alleging it's 30 counts. It got to be some of the same shit over and over again.
Let me explain that. So Cohen took out. Cohen paid the money to Stormy Daniels, right? And then Trump paid him back in installments. Each time that Trump paid him was a different count.
Damn.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Okay, but let me tell you where that will fall apart. If you and I are fighting, okay, and I tell you I'm going to knock you the fuck out. Excuse my language. If I hit you 50 times, am I charged 50 times with battery, or as a one continuous offense?
One, it happened in the same fight, so it's one offense.
Right. So now, the intent for Cohen to receive his money of paying back Stormy Daniels was one particular goal. It wasn't different people that he paid. He paid one person. So eventually, the rest of those counts will be thrown out.
Right.
But you have to understand that, whenever someone is prosecuted, they try to throw as much at them as possible in the hopes of getting them to plead. That's it.
Yeah, the bottom line, they don't want to win the election, which I feel like the Democrats ain't done shit. And I mean, whoever listening, I mean, that's my opinion. They really ain't done shit. But there were a lot of shadow banning and sideways talking, all this. You run over here to Africa because the economy is jacked up. So now you want to try to go there and try to get some of their resources because the value of a dollar is going to fall apart when you got China and Russia joining forces now. So all the resources that we use from them, the dollar gonna be obsolete because they feel like, well, now y'all, that little dollar y'all giving us ain't about nothing no more. So
man, let me tell you something. The worst thing that black people could ever do is join in a political party.
Right.
That's the worst thing we do. What we should be doing, we should have a unified front for black people, and then we make politicians work for us, whoever's in office. Look, if you want our vote, this is what you have to do for black people.
Yeah.
Now, let me break some hearts real quick, because I know I can't see the chat, but let me really give you some shit to think about. Can anybody tell me, since the Voters' Rights Act of 1968, can anyone tell me what piece of legislation has been passed to support black people?
Since 1968?
Yeah.
If I can remember right, I don't believe in anything. If I can remember right.
We've only had one piece of legislation passed since 1968 for black people. Now, when I had this conversation with other people, they want to talk about Obamacare. No, that's umbrella. Anyone who stands underneath that umbrella gets to be protected. The prison reform. No, it didn't just let black people out of prison. It let anyone who fell underneath that underneath those particular criteria to be released. The only piece of legislation we've ever had to be passed in favor of black people. Keep in mind that all we have is institutions. The only one that we've ever had was the HBCU bill signed by Donald Trump. Okay. That's it. There hasn't been any. Now, since the Voting Rights Act of 1968, let me see, we've had something for the gays. We've had something for women. We've had something for Jews. We've had something for Chinese. We've even had shit for the Holocaust. But nothing has been passed for black people, with the exception of the HBCU bill.
Yeah, that's why I say it really does, because the HBCU bill it's important. It's important to an extent, but it's really not offsetting what we've been asking for years, and that's why I say really nothing, because that's kind of neither here nor there. But at the same time, I mean, you got Asian people getting the bill because of a hate crime; they get it immediately. But we've been hollering for the same thing since Emmett Till, and it's been sitting on the table, but they ain't signed it.
Well, and in my opinion, in my honest opinion, the Emmett Till bill, the George Floyd bill, is bullshit. Because if it does not support a particular institution for the betterment of Black people, I consider it tokenism.
Right. I feel you on that. And they're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna do anything that's sufficient anyway to try to help us anyway, because they want to try to keep us in that same realm that we're in now.
Man, the minute that you empower Black people, that is whenever you empower Black people overall, that is when this government will fall.
Yeah, they don't want to lose their position. They don't want to get off their square. And as long as they can stay on their square, they're not going to do anything. Whether
that's why
Democrat, Republican, or anybody, liberals, anybody.
That's why we'll never see true reparation. True reparations is not anything that's given in a monetary figure. You know what I'm saying? True reparations is giving us back our institutions and giving us back our communities for us to police and run. Has anybody ever been to Oklahoma before?
I had been too far down in there. I mean,
man, go in middle Oklahoma, like Ennis, right in between. I would say in between Oklahoma City and going towards Shreveport, Louisiana. Those Indians have their own shit. Now, I'm not questioning whether or not anyone in here has been in prison, but has anybody ever seen a Native American in jail?
I ain't never seen that. I ain't never heard of that.
I seen one guy tell me he was Native American, but he looked white as hell though.
But I bet you he had either a DUI or drunk in public.
So I remember he told me supposedly his charge was like, because I was in the feds, he said his charge was like, it was supposed he got caught with a firearm. That's what he told me.
That is weird as hell, bro, because they just play by a different set of rules. But true reparations, man, is actually giving us back our institutions and giving us what was promised. Other than that, they can give us all the fucking money in the world. Because just as there are Black people who want monetary reparations, there are some Asians and Arab mom and pop stores that's waiting on you to get your reparations too.
Yeah, I know they are. Because they know their dollar gonna come right to them.
They are rooting for you to get your reparations.
Yeah, because the minute we get them, the minute they gonna start making more money, so they can send back to their people. So,
Dave Chappelle made a joke about this a while ago on the Chappelle show. He said that he made a sketch comedy. He said that Black people had just gotten reparations, and the price of Cadillac went up about 30%.
Yeah, he bought a baby. They say, "Where you get that baby from?" He said, "I just bought this baby, paid for it, straight cash." I was like, "Oh hell no!" Then he say,
"It's the truth."
Paid cash for the baby. Black people got reparations. Like with Tyrone. They interviewed him on.
Donald Trump might be I mean, Dave Chappelle might be the most, like, not for nothing. When he speaks a lot in his comedy and it goes over people's head, he might be the smartest comic that ever was, and most intelligent.
He put a lot of stuff in. He put a lot of stuff in his sketches on the Chappelle show. I like when he did he did the thing where he was swapping people out. You know, Condoleezza Rice, and we get y'all this person.
what do you call it? The black draft.
The black draft, yeah.
Facts.
So, but yeah, man. Regarding the shit with Donald Trump, man, I just encourage us, bro, just to pay very close attention, not to react emotionally, but read between the lines, bro. Like, you know, they talked about this shit, but no one has mentioned whether or not he's being charged with a felony or with a misdemeanor. Why? Because they don't want to diminish what it is that he's been. That's why Donald Trump was so giddy about going and turning himself in and taking the perp wall. This dude was excited about actually going to jail.
Right.
Getting in street cred and shit now.
And it's crazy because people don't even know. See, now that you let me know it's a misdemeanor, the max he can do is a year in federal. The max, like if he was to get convicted. Because me, my initial charge was a felony, and then it got dropped. It was for extortion, and wound up getting dropped to blackmailing. So that dropped into it dropped
let
into
me
a
ask you a question.
misdemeanor. Yeah.
Was your case a state
That was a
felony, or was it a federal felony?
It started extortion, which was a felony, and then it got dropped to blackmailing, which is
so you have what was called a bill of indictment. Okay. Normally in federal court or with federal cases, there's a bill of indictment. With lower courts, it's called a bill of information, and it gives a complete description as to what it is you're being charged with, and also gives the statutes that supports it. Okay. I need you guys to follow me very closely with this. The very first thing that's established on anybody's bill of information or bill of indictment is jurisdiction. You have to tell the court why that court has jurisdiction over this particular matter, right? And even when you sue somebody, you can put up a bill of information right now from any of the 50 states inland, and it's going to have something relative to jurisdiction. Now here's where it gets tricky. The court in which Donald Trump is being tried, is that federal or is that state?
It's supposedly, Vod told me earlier, federal.
No.
It's not.
Alvin Bragg is not a federal prosecutor, sir.
That's the same thing, because Alvin Bragg just was one of the guys that did the Tax Stone. I think it was the Tax Stone, one of them rappers things, like Alvin Bragg. But when you look online, they trying to say it's federal. That don't make no sense to me. So as you just said, Alvin Bragg is not a federal prosecutor.
So here's the interesting part. That is
I can run the video back for you if you want to see it. I got a clip of. I can run it back for you real quick. Let's see.
But now,
with former President Donald Trump expected to leave Palm Beach Airport for New York, where he's going to turn himself in tomorrow to face criminal charges. We don't know the exact charges. We know them when the indictment is released tomorrow. But we do know the investigation is focused at least part on a hush money payment before the 2016 election. We are covering all the angles this morning, what to expect at the arraignment, the legal minefield Donald Trump could be facing. We also have a new poll on what the American people think of this unprecedented indictment. Rachel Scott starts us off at Mar-a-Lago. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning. And this will be a moment unlike any other in American history. In just a few hours, former President Donald Trump will leave his Mar-a-Lago estate to do something that no former president has ever done before: turn himself over to authorities.
This morning, former President Donald Trump is preparing to leave his Mar-a-Lago estate and surrender to authorities in New York. His attorney already promising a fight.
He's gearing up for a battle. This is something that obviously we believe is a political persecution. He's a tough guy, George, as you know, and he's someone who's going to be ready for this fight.
It's the first time a former president has ever faced criminal charges. Given the historic nature of the indictment, Trump's own lawyer admits he doesn't even know what to expect.
This is unprecedented. I don't know. I've done a million arraignments in that courthouse with celebrities and whatnot, but this is a whole different thing. We have Secret Service involved. What I hope is that we get in and out of there as quickly as possible.
The indictment remains under seal until Trump makes his first appearance in court tomorrow. But sources tell ABC the former president faces around 24 counts, including felonies, in connection to a hush money payment made to porn star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. The indictment has unified the Republican Party. 6 governors and 90 Republicans on Capitol Hill putting out statements in support of the former president.
Overall, it's ridiculous. If this is politically motivated, this will be a shame on our criminal justice system.
Even Trump's potential rivals rushing to his defense.
They're trying to do all these legal gymnastics to try to act like it's a felony when almost every other time he's trying to take the felonies and downgrade them to misdemeanors. This guy is doing politics. He has an agenda. That is not the rule of law.
One Republican who is not, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, who told our Jonathan Karl he plans to run and challenge Trump in 2024.
Do you believe that now that he's been indicted, should he drop out?
Well, I do, and for a couple reasons. I mean, first of all, the office is more important than any individual person. And so for the sake of the office of the presidency, I do think that's too much of a sideshow and distraction.
As Trump prepares for that court appearance tomorrow, our latest ABC News Ipsos poll shows that 45% of Americans believe that Trump should be charged with a crime. 32%, including the majority of Republicans, say that he should not. After his arraignment, Trump is expected to travel right back here to Florida to deliver an evening address.
We're going to start with former President Donald Trump, expected to leave Palm Beach Airport.
So, the language that I want you guys to pay very close attention to, they said that he's charged with a number of counts and possibly some felonies. Did you hear that?
Right. Possibly.
Okay. So where that comes from, in the state of New York, you could take, but it would be left up to the judge. You can take a bunch of misdemeanors and make it a felony. But that only happens under very rare circumstances. But that would have to be someone who, let's say, for instance, smacking somebody in the face is a misdemeanor. But what if you smack 500 people? Then that means that's something that is gross and disproportionate. So they're going to charge you with a felony.
Okay. So my thing is they trying to pinpoint all this stuff of the Stormy Daniels stuff, but hell, look at Sloppy Joe and Hunter Biden. Here, did they have some stuff going on with the Russians? They're not making a big deal out of that.
They're still dealing with that. They're still dealing with that.
Okay.
So hold on. Oh man, hold on. Oh, what's going on, chat? What's going on, everybody?
What's up, fam?
Man, I don't know.
What up, Dana?
What up, Chi-Town? What up, everybody? What's going on? So, while we talking about the Trump situation, let's do it. First thing I'm gonna say is this right here. This is all a this is a politically motivated effort or concerted effort just to make sure Trump don't run in 2024. That's first thing.
Well, I mean, he still can run. He can still run.
Wait, I'm about to get there. That's true. He still can run. However, the problem that the George Soros appointed DA and Alvin Bragg is going to face is that this has been already looked at by everybody.
They passed it by, I want to say, they tried to have this brought before the federal judiciary. I want to say about 3 or 4 times.
No, listen. This was already looked at by everybody already. Everybody passed up on it. The DOJ passed up on it, but they said they didn't have nothing there. The whole point of the matter is this right here. Cohen is mad at Trump because of whatever disagreements they had, and Trump said, I'm not dealing with him no more. However, Trump dropped Cohen and for Alan Dershowitz. If you pay attention and to what Alan Dershowitz said, is no crime there. Okay, watch this. They charging him, and shout out to MAGA, they charging him with 40 charges, right? 40 misdemeanors that can turn out to be 1 or 2 felonies, right?
All of the misdemeanors was before he got in office, and he still ain't do nothing wrong. However, what this is going to do, and remember I said this has opened up the doorway for the mass awakening to happen. It's called the mass pop. If you've been paying attention, it's called the mass pop. What happened next is but they're going to give him his charges, and they're going to arraign him and everything, right? Trump going to leave New York. Next after that was scheduled to happen, and I'm not going to say it's going to happen in this order, but what's scheduled to happen is Trump's supposed to go public and drop the dirt on everything that happened from behind the scenes of the government, which going to make him a bad person in some people's eyes. Now, here's what I fear. If that happened, if he do it by EBS, we ain't going to be able to communicate with each other for 14 days because we're going to be in 14 days of darkness. And that's what everybody has been talking about. That's what everybody's scared about. On top of that, if you look at what's going on around the world, the government around the world has lost control. What does that mean? Okay, now comes in the soldiers to after martial law is administered. One thing for sure, two things for certain. A lot of us that is MAGA members, we ain't going to New York because we know what that's entitled. That's entitled for a scare tactic, and they're going to try to lock everybody that support Trump up because they're going to try to Trump charges, but then say that they doing this and this and this, just like they tried and with this bootleg January 6th bullcrap. At the end of the day, we are now in a fight of good and evil. And a lot of people don't like Trump due to the fact they say that he's this and he's that and he's this and he's racist, he's this and that. Listen, no matter if you like Trump or not, he's the only president in our tenure from the time that I was born into now that I know of that did what he said he was going to do. And he's one of the 3 presidents that didn't take a pension from the government.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody eating good chips or something. I hear the bag rattling or something.
Crunchy munch or something.
I don't know about politics, and I really don't care for Trump, or I don't hate Trump. Like, I'm not one of them people. Like the man could get hit by a bus right now, and I wouldn't even care. Like,
but that's cool.
Yeah, like you gotta say, or he could go run, he could get richer and richer. You feel me? I'm not a person that hate him or a person that, you know what I'm saying. That's
well, brother. I tell you this, and this is where we make the mistake as a people. Politicians are not designed for us to like them, and the problem that we have is when we start liking them, then they feel as though they can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Facts.
You know, so they're not designed for us to like them. Now, a good friend of mine, Cindy Wynn, who was the state rep, council person for an area in New Orleans where I own some property, and nobody liked her. Nobody liked her because she was an Asian woman. The Asian community made up less than 3% of the district where she represented, and she had mostly black people. But because of some strange twist of fate, she got elected.
And Cindy got the job done, though.
She kicked ass like was nobody's business. Let me tell you something, bro. The woman changed the way that the politics were being done in New Orleans. Every Sunday, she had a Facebook Live with anybody from her district can get on and air their grievances. Yep. Now, the person that preceded her was a crook, and the person who's responsible for her being ousted is a crook.
Yep.
But you know what? They like them. They like the one who's in there now, and they like the one that was in there before her. But guess what? They can't find them. There's nowhere to be found. But this woman made herself very visible and very accessible to her constituents. We have to stop liking politicians.
Well, you know what Cindy's doing now, right?
Being a grandmother last time I checked.
No, Cindy is Carrie Lake's right-hand partner out in Arizona now.
Cindy Wynn, the former councilman? Really?
Yep. And the crazy part about all of this is a lot of people was like, oh no, Carrie Lake is a Trump supporter and this, and she trying to do this. But nobody paid attention to what just happened up in Maricopa County. They finally came out and admitted that they had over 17 million, not 1,000, 17 million fake ballots.
Damn.
That's more than enough people, but that's more than the people that they got residing out in Maricopa County.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So now the Supreme Court took Carrie Lake a complaint up, and now it's like now the Supreme Court is going to weigh in if Carrie Lake got to go through I think it's like a thing, something about when they do the re-election, and between her and the lady Hobbs, because they saying Hobbs violated the Constitution.
Are you saying the recall?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, because Hobbs can't. What it is, she oversees the election and she running in the election. That's a violation.
Oh no, you can't do that. That's no. That's a conflict of interest right there.
What is her official title?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not sure, but I seen Cindy, and she was on Newsmax today talking about it.
Man, let me call Cindy. Hold, give me 1 second. She moved her ass to Arizona.
Huh?
I said I'm about to call her. If she moved her ass to Arizona, I got some words for her.
Man, it's 9:59. Leave that lady alone.
She asks whenever I call.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Cindy. Cindy, how are you, sweetie?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
How come I haven't seen you in the city lately?
I have been in this. Where have you been?
I've been in and out of the city.
Oh.
But I need to come have a seat and talk to you about an idea that I have, and I need your input on it. When will you be available?
I'm just trying to think. Are you in the city tomorrow?
I'm flying back out to Washington tomorrow, but I'm gonna be back before Easter.
Okay, well I'll be home. I gotta leave for Easter, but I'll be home Sunday. So
Okay.
what about next week?
Next week will be fine. Just my secretary will text you, and
Your secretary, excuse me.
I've always had a staff. Then just stop it. Goodbye.
I'm messing with you.
I know y'all. Bye, Cindy.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, cool. Look, that's a great idea then. Okay, so let's set it up. You'll be in DC next week?
No, Washington State.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna. Are you in the DC area?
No, so I'll be in the DC area next week.
Gotcha. No, she's selected in her words, and guess what? Whatever you said about where she's out in Arizona, you're telling the truth. I know how she operates. She's very selective in her words, and if she said that she's leaving town, that's where she's going.
I don't think she moved out there, but I do know that she advises Carrie about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. She's
so it's like if something was to happen to Carrie, I think Cindy would take over.
Yeah.
Look here, boy. We got some powerful people on this platform. This man just made a call. Goddamn. He just made a call like he called his sister.
He said, trust me, she gonna answer.
Bro, when I tell you, if I text that woman at 2:00 in the morning, she could be laying next to her husband. And it doesn't matter who it is. And I think that's her kid. She loves the people in the city so much, man, that she'll fall on the sword for these people, man. But
She a
But
lovable person, man. She's a real lovable. She got a good spirit, man.
yep. And if she doesn't have an answer for you, she gonna find that motherfucker.
So what's your name again, brother? I'm sorry.
Conundrum.
Oh, Conundrum.
My actual name is Daryl Harris.
Listen, man, you got a link because I got some ideas that me and you need to pitch. So,
my email address is very simple: harrislegal2122@gmail.com.
For them on the panels, I'm not near a pen or nothing. Look, Big Vi got your information, right?
Him over here.
Big Vi got your information, right?
He called my call-in number. I think I got a number. I got a number for him.
All right.
That I can. Yeah, he stumbled up over here. He said he seen Trump in the headline. I guess I caught him. I was.
Of course.
They called
because I'm about to go on Rumble. But I'm about to go on Rumble probably tomorrow, and I'm going live on Rumble tomorrow. And because I know YouTube will try to shut me down, so I'm going live on Rumble tomorrow.
He loved podcasting, so I'm glad the brother over here. Then he from New Orleans. You know, I'm from the 318, Louisiana. So
which one?
I'm from Monroe.
Okay, you from Washington Parish?
No, man. No. I'm from the area of Monroe, but I'm from East Cal Parish. We're right on the border.
Okay, got East Carroll. Yeah, okay.
East Carroll, yeah, right on the border of Mississippi and Arkansas.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Conundrum.
Yeah, I used to clerk for Judge Raymond Barr up there in East Carroll Parish. If you ever heard that name before, he died.
I ain't never been inside. I ain't never been near that place, so I don't know who worked them courthouses or none of that. I don't be nowhere near that. I ain't never had to be in it, but I'm quite sure people know it.
Probably one of the only sitting judges that got high every day. But go ahead, man. I'm listening.
Damn, he said he got high. What the hell?
Go ahead.
Heard it all.
East Carroll Parish.
Man, that's Louisiana for you, man. That's Louisiana for you, bro.
So, Conundrum, let me ask you this, because I want to get your absolute opinion about this.
Right.
We all know about the Trump situation, and we all know what's about to go down about that. We all know what's about to happen. What do you think about the J6 lie?
What about it?
Do you believe that Nancy Pelosi and them should be held accountable for the lies that they put out in the smear campaign just so they can try to get rid of Trump?
Well, you know, if I'm not mistaken, I think that one of the suggestions that Trump had while he was in office was citing those avenues or those news sources that purposely tell false information.
Right.
And that's what people like Pelosi and other people run with. Man, still to this day, there are people that still are under the impression that Trump told everybody to drink bleach.
And everybody know he didn't do that.
No, and he said it was tongue in cheek. He was, but they won't take it as that. But nevertheless, should they be held accountable? I think that there should be some type of legislation where you're misleading the public on purpose for political gain. There should be some type of criminal offense from politicians, not so much the regular people, from politicians that hold them accountable criminally if they purposely mislead the public for political gain.
Well, it is a criminal statute. No, I'm sorry. It's a criminal article about that, and it talks about misleading the public.
Yeah, it's an article about it. See, here's the thing: every politician, everywhere in the country, as well as anyone who takes any oath of office. In Louisiana, I think we have our third judicial canon that says that a judge must avoid the appearance of impropriety.
Right.
That is a guideline that every politician and every person that takes an oath of office must do. Even a police officer. A police officer could do a drug bust and forget to take cocaine out of his trunk. He has to make this aware. He has to bring this to the attention of his superiors to avoid the appearance of impropriety.
Right.
No sitting judge is going to go sit at a bar on a weekend with the person whose trial he's presiding over. They have to avoid the appearance of impropriety. Same thing with politicians.
So now that now that the crazy dude up top, now that he released the videos to a Tucker Carlson, and Tucker put it out there, and the crazy thing is, after the videos was put out there, for the shaman was released, right?
I didn't see it. I missed that one. Fill me in.
But I have the videos on my I gotta tell you about that later. Pretty much the video showed that the shaman and the rest of the people was let in by the police.
No. I saw that. I saw one of the situations where there was a guy who was at the front door of the Capitol, and he was trying to tell the police officers to stop the people from going in. And he had on a MAGA hat.
That was the Antifa guy. Because what he did was he was just there to distract while the rest of Antifa come around the side. And the shaman came through the front door. And the shaman and about 7 other people came through the front door. And they as a matter of fact, and the police led them to Nancy Pelosi's office, led them to the inside, let them sit on top of the Capitol and all that. Wow. And the video shows that.
Well, so you know what's going to happen with that? They're going to write it off as if those guards or those police officers did a bad thing, and it will not have any reflection on the rest of the department.
Well, no, watch this. Mysteriously, for the guard that died of a heart attack from natural. But I mean, and the crazy part was Nancy Pelosi and her news media team put out there that the guard was attacked at the Capitol and he died from his attack. Well,
I remember that.
Well, he was home. And when they called the 911 call, they came and transported him from his house to the hospital where he died of a heart attack. And then the autopsy came back that he was never assaulted, nor was he stressed. He just had an irregular heartbeat. But they kind of covered that up. And then on top of that, they trying to cover up the Ashley Babbitt situation up. And then from that point, they arrested Ashley Babbitt's mother.
Sounds about right.
Just because she was across the street from the Capitol advocating for her daughter. Well, wait a minute. Why is Ashley Babbitt the only one that got shot? And on top of that, why the military is not pressing charges against the Capitol Police?
Good question.
These are questions that nobody want to answer. And then the last but not least, Nancy Pelosi just gave herself up. And she said Trump have every right to defend himself because he's guilty at the time of arrest and he have a right to prove that he's innocent. Wait a minute. I thought we was innocent until proven guilty, but I also got to understand that people think, oh, I get charged and with this and this and this. Technically, nobody have jurisdiction of things that's done in the state of DC.
No.
It got to be 45 miles east, north, south, and west. After them 45, You fall under statutes, and you don't fall under the Constitution.
You're absolutely right, sir.
So until you reclaim and your birthright, you're still dead at sea. But this is how they get you in court. But they bring you into the kangaroo court and they tell you, swear in. Wait a minute. You giving up your rights.
Mm-hmm.
And when you give up your rights, but they tell you, oh, step up so the judge and can hear you at the mic. At that point, you walking through the ship and you walking the plank. And the only way you can get some type of reason is if you go by the banks, and the banks is always by the side of the water. So therefore, you ain't supposed to enter into their water, and you're supposed to stay at the banks. That's why you rebut everything that they say, and because they are foreign entities.
And you don't get no lawyer either because you signed the contract, right?
Huh?
I said, what about getting a lawyer? If you get a lawyer, then you bind to a contract with them too, also, right?
Your lawyer is bound to the bar, not to you. Okay. But then here's the catch. Your lawyer also have to do what's best for him, whichever one come first, either the bar or the situation. You are never the purpose. Now, when you get a lawyer, you are waiving all of your rights, but in saying, I just go ahead and I'll consent to the bar.
Right. Yeah, that's where I was going with it. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how to do all that. Never get a lawyer. But if you get somebody that can represent you, you can get a representative. And 9 times out of 10, if it's not a district judge or international judge and the kangaroo judge, which is a lawyer in a black robe, is going to sit back and tell you, oh, no, you got to go get a lawyer. Why? Because their interest is in your security. Their interest is never in you.
Well,
they don't care if you show up or not. They want the security in that bond.
To add to what the gentleman is saying, whenever you are making any informed decision for yourself, for your best interest, you go through what is called a Boykins examination. The Boykins examination is when they ask you, they try to get an idea of your competency. They ask you your level, your highest level of education. They ask you, basically, are you aware of what you're doing? Has anybody coerced you of any kind of way? That is part of a Boykins examination. So that is only to protect the court and the bar in the event that you do or say something stupid. So, a lot of what you're saying has merit. That is why I left the legal field, man, and because it's in New Orleans is just a piece of shit.
Everywhere is a piece of shit.
Well, I mean, I've only ever practiced in New Orleans. New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Lake Charles, but it's a piece of shit.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna put this on record. I think, I did it today actually, and I got thrown out of one of the courts here in Georgia because I went to go put something on record, and they told me plain and simple, "Oh no, you can't put this type of document on record." So what I did was I went and got that deputy oath of office, and I put that on record. So therefore, they had to let me.
Time out. Who told you couldn't have been anything to a record?
One of the deputies.
So basically, that falls directly in line with your redress of grievances.
Exactly.
That's idiotic.
Yep. So what I did is I went and put that deputy oath of office on record. And because I was hoping that the judge didn't have an oath of office as well, but that judge did. And I pretty much gave a guideline on all of my rights. So when the judge was like, "Oh, I want to do an emergency hearing," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So everything that she asked me, I told her I didn't understand, and she was like, "Oh, you don't understand nothing?" But I said, "No, ma'am. This is legalese. I don't understand legalese." So I said, "But what I do know is this right here. In order to have a lawsuit, and you got to have an injured party. And in order to sue me, I have a right to confront my injured party. So can I see my injured party?" So the child support agency was like, "I represent for the injured party." But I said, "No, you're a third party debt collector, and you can't represent somebody that you don't know." And it was like, "Yes, I can. Yes, I can."
Wait. Or back up. There was someone who stood in as a third party.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like there was either some type of government benefit that your baby mother has collected, and that person is trying to get that money back for the state. Am I correct?
Watch this though. At the end of the day,
I was just trying to figure out if that was the situation.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty much.
All right.
So the judge asked the child support agency, "Do you know for sure that this man doesn't take care of his kids?" And I said, "Objection." And the judge looking like, "Huh?" But I said, "I don't have kids, but I have offspring." So the judge smirked, and the child support agent and was like, "Well, I know for sure he don't take care." So what I did was I asked, can I confront and the person that they got out there on me, which is my daughter. But I said, well, I have to confront the person that's suing me. So they was like, "No, you don't. No, you don't." So what I did was, but I retold the judge, but I said, "Look, and you have all of my rights, and I don't waive none of them. So what I want to do is I want to call Journey to the stand." And the child support agency was like, "Oh no, she ain't here. She ain't here." So I said, "Judge, how can they say I don't take care of my daughter when they can't even get her here?" So the judge said, "Well, can you get her here on the phone?" I said, "Hold on." I called my daughter. And I said, and I'm having a full-blown conversation about it. And my daughter said, "I never took no lawsuit out on nobody." And I said, "Exactly." So that's when I hung up. And I told the judge, but I said, "We can go ahead and did this now because it's unconstitutional and it's a separation of powers. Now, if you want me to go deeper into this, I can." And the judge said, "Oh, I got a courtroom full of people. No, don't go no further. We're going to give you a continuation." But I said, "No, I don't want a continuation." So the judge got up and left. So what I said was, "Judge abandoned ship." She left. Everybody see is no injured party, is no nothing. I stated my name and I said, "I'm now leaving the bank." And I left the courthouse. And when I left the courthouse, I called back about 45 minutes later, and the judge for the lady, but I take the calls for the judges. And she asked me, and she said, "What did you do?" But I said, "Why you asking that?" And she said, "The judge canceled court for the rest of the day." Yeah. Because I done messed up her money.
Well,
So now I'm in the process of typing up some paperwork now. So now I'm taking the child support agency and I'm suing them and their agents, as well as the OIG here in Georgia in their public and private capacity. But I'm suing them in federal court and I'm taking it to international court.
You mean world court?
Yeah, royal court. See, I ain't know people knew about that, but
yeah.
That's royal court is the major court.
No, world court. You have,
world court.
Yeah.
That's the major court.
They mainly handle things that are crimes against humanity, shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, I have seen and heard it all. Civil and family law was never my field. That's my daughter and my niece does that.
There's no
But
such thing as family law or family court.
no, there's not. There's not. But just as the what do you call it? The just as a grand jury can indict a ham sandwich, they'll try to put any particular department together to make things happen for their own selfish reasons.
Right.
So I mean, believe it or not, I mean, the United States is not supposed to have any debtors' prisons. Okay, but yet
they bankrupt anyway.
Yeah, but yet you send someone to jail for non-payment of a debt disguised by, violation of a court order. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell, you suing someone for hitting your car or having a wreck with someone, and someone suing you for child support. It's pretty much the same avenue. The only difference is you're not going to jail for not paying that particular, not paying for that wreck, or not paying the bill for the repairs on that wreck. But you'll go to jail for not paying child support. So that's why in some states, many states, the longest you can go to jail for non-payment of child support is 6 months. That's it, because it's a violation of a court order. I mean, you don't go to jail for not paying child support. You go to jail for violating a court order.
Which they violate your due process right while getting you to sign an agreement with them.
Of course,
that you don't know.
If they tell you that, yo, I need you to sign this child support order, but here's all the things that's going to happen to you if you miss a payment. Do you think people going to sign that?
Hell no.
They ain't gonna sign it.
At the end of the day, child support is nothing but a contract. And guess what? In order to have a fulfilled contract, and you gotta have an agreement of the minds, right? A meeting of the minds
of both parties,
right?
And
so therefore, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
When you have that agreement of the minds, once you've established that verbally, then you put it on paper.
Facts. And see, and what these kangaroo courts like to do, they bring you in for a civil thing, but they bring you into a civil court trying to use administrative tactics. And then when they know you know a little bit, they would try to change jurisdictions on you. But if you don't let them change jurisdictions, it's like they want to label you as a bad person. No. So at the end of the day, when they try to label you as a bad person, you got to stand in your truth. You're not a person. You're not a human being. And you're not a monster. And I keep saying it. The only reason why R. Kelly is where he at right now is because they labeled him as what? A monster. And if you look at a monster in Black Law Dictionary, it clearly states a person born of a human being. Well, what is a human being? A human being is a top part of a human and a bottom part of a beast. So a person, which is a legalized paper, born of a human being, which they cannot have nothing of their own. But they can't live nowhere, but they can't own nothing, and they can't do nothing. And that's why I keep telling folks, like, yo, when they go around talking about, oh no, Dana is a sovereign citizen, but I get highly upset because, yo, you can't be public and private, and don't mix me with that buffoonery. I'm an American national. I was born from flesh and blood. I was not created by the government. I live on the land. I don't live in Maritime. And when people understand that, they can understand that child support is illegal. It violates your constitutional rights. And then I can take it deeper. Child support ain't nothing but sex trafficking. If you really want to go there, child support ain't nothing but sex trafficking and child abandonment.
So I'm going to give you my information, man.
Definitely.
I'll type it in the chat. You just copy it and paste it.
Okay, definitely. Cool.
But other than that, man, I really wanted to just add some clarity to the Donald Trump thing, man, just to give y'all a different idea as to what is and what isn't. And like I said, there's a huge misconception as to what he's charged with, he's not charged with. And I just wanted to get that clear with the brother, let him know that it's misdemeanors, man. They hope that it will be a felony, but it's not. And as the gentleman said before, it was brought to different courts, and it was turned down by everybody. So that's about it, man.
Because Trump ain't do nothing. Cohen and created a shell company to pay Stormy Daniels. Trump ain't had nothing to do with that.
Well, this type of defense that Trump is going to use is something that's called state of mind.
Yep.
What was the state of mind at the time that he gave the money to Cohen? Now, if you and I both smoke weed, just giving this hypothetical so that people understand what I mean by state of mind. If you and I both smoke weed, I get $5,000, and I give you the $5,000 to buy the weed. Let's send you in Cash App. All right, okay. I send you in Cash App, and I put in the memo for auto parts. All right, follow me, please. Follow me.
Okay, I'm following.
And then you take the $5,000 and go buy the weed. Now I put the 4 auto parts in the memo so that my accountant won't tell me a new asshole.
Right.
Right. So then you go and you buy the weed and get caught when you're buying the weed. If you tell the law enforcement, well, hey, old boy gave me the money for the weed so I can go get it. On my side, I said I use it for auto parts. I didn't tell you I didn't tell you go buy weed with it. That could be my defense. I have to prove my state of mind at the time I gave you the money.
Facts.
So essentially what happened was Trump wrote it off as a legal expense.
Right.
Homeboy said that it was a campaign expense that he used to pay off Stormy Daniels.
Right. Well, the thing is that Stormy Daniels even wrote a letter stating that Trump ain't do nothing wrong, right? But see, here's where I don't understand. The reason why Trump had 40 charges is because Bragg linked up with Cohen. Cohen mad at Trump, and on a campaign, as long as Cohen was Trump's lawyer, Trump was paying him monthly instead of paying him a lump sum up front.
Well, that's what we covered. We covered that earlier when I explained to them. I gave an analogy of a fight. So the ultimate portion of this is that it was to pay off Stormy Daniels. Okay. And if you did it in multiple payments, if Stormy Daniels was different people, then it would have merit. But because it's one person, it's one common goal, one common cause. If you and I are fighting and I tell you I want to knock your ass out, if I punch you 50 times, am I charged 50 different times with punching you? Or am I charged, for the one time, the one battery?
Right, the one. And then see, here's the thing. Each time Cohen got paid monthly, Bragg gave him 2 charges. But see, here's what everybody missed. Hillary Clinton actually paid everything wrong in her campaign. Everything that they trying to say Trump did, Hillary Clinton actually did. And they swept that under the rug.
I covered that as well. I said, I think this is when she ran against Obama. She got fined. She got fined heavily, and but it was the exact same thing.
And she did it against Trump too.
Yeah, I don't recall that. I do remember. I do recall the instance with Obama. I don't really recall the one with Trump.
Yeah, she did it with Trump out of Manhattan, New York, and then she did it again out of Nebraska.
Sounds about right.
And I don't know if you on what is that app? Shoot. Oh man. I forgot the name of the app, but I'm following John Durham. And he's breaking it down piece by piece.
Are you talking about the Daily Wire?
No, Telegram. I'm sorry, Telegram.
Okay.
Telegram, and I'm following George, and I'm following Durham. So now, and what Durham is saying is that Congress might turn around and go after Bragg because now they have paper trail that Soros paid Bragg $4 million to do this.
Uh-oh.
So and then they also have it was an election, I believe in Wisconsin or something, that Soros pulled $1 million into that election and to try to push the Democrats ahead of that. So it's like, huh?
Nothing surprises me anymore, man.
Nah, like I tell everybody, man, people think this is a fight between Republicans and Democrats. No, it's not. It's a fight between good and evil because you got some Republicans that are straight rhinos.
Hold on. Here come the bullshitters with this bullshit. The fuck out my chat with that dumbass shit, man. These people, bro. Nah, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing you gotta worry about, Quantum. It's just, man, people just seem to goddamn don't have nothing else better to do but sit up and make fake pages and mock people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, we keep going. We keep on going. Let y'all go. I done made it to my job site. We got about 15 more minutes. I got about 15 more minutes. We can politic. So, Quantum, I got I think you called me. If I could contact you back on that number you called me from, then I can give you Dana information to where
That's
you
cool.
all can connect with each other. If that's okay with you.
Cool.
That's fine, man. That's fine.
Okay, then I gotta get this in before I get off of here too. Wednesday, I want to do where is it? Wednesday it's let me see if this is. Yeah,
hey,
Wednesday I want to do.
You can take that down, bro.
Huh?
You can take that message down, man. But that stuff don't get to me, man.
Yeah, I mean it's just BS, bro. I didn't even see that I had printed up there. Yeah. But yeah, Wednesday night I'm gonna do a live, and I want to do $500 as far as donating to the people of Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm gonna do the first $100. I'm gonna put up myself Wednesday the $100. So my goal is to raise $500 to donate to the Red Cross, the people of Arkansas that lost everything in Little Rock during the tornado. So I'm asking that all the people that support me, I don't give a dang on if it's $1. If we don't reach $500, whatever we can put together on Wednesday night to donate, I'm gonna do the donation on live so we can see that all the money that we take up is gonna be donated to the Red Cross to help the people of Little Rock, Arkansas, and that's just a form of us reaching out, giving back to the people because we are for the people over here in this sector that we represent.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Facts.
I'm glad I did stumble upon this, man. I lied to you not, man, because like I said, I was just scrolling. But this is good, some good conversation, some good dialogue.
Definitely, man. Can I'm gonna get your information from Bob, man, and I'm gonna hit you up and definitely, and we gonna hopefully we can go live and get, matter of fact, and help continue waking up the masses, man.
Sounds like a plan to me, sir. Sounds like a plan to me.
You got Derek on there, man.
I'm going to time out. I got an early day tomorrow. Long way to go in a short time to get there. So it's been fun, guys.
Yeah.
And,
thank you for stopping by, man, and chiming in. Like you say, man, we accidentally stumbled across a lot of good things in life, you know, and I appreciate it. And, the conversation was very insightful, and like you say, man, hopefully the people are listening and taking note to some of the stuff that was said, because we, as you know, our culture, we don't do a lot of the political stuff. We not, you know, some of us are not into it as much as others. So
the sad part about it is most of us do not become familiar with the judicial process and the criminal process until we're already in it. And at that point, you're fighting from behind. At that point, you know what I'm saying? So it helps us. It's not that you're trying to be the man or trying to be the police, as they would say in New Orleans. It helps to know the law, and that's it. It really helps, you know.
Fact.
But you make sure you come back, man, because this was very informative, man. A lot of people need it. Some people don't think they don't need it, but you know, a lot of people need it. It's good to have that extra protection. Being that who we are, we got to have all kinds of protection nowadays.
And knowing is always half the battle.
Right on.
I have 2 sons, 2 daughters, man, and what I try to get them to understand is that you have to know where the ring is for you to fight. If you're dealing with a police officer out there being stupid, you know that is not the ring for you to fight. I have yet to encounter a police officer who once he has decided to put you in handcuffs, that he's going to change his mind because you resist it.
Man.
All right. So your best fight is to go and let him put the handcuffs on you, and then try to talk your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if he feels that you're putting them on, if he feels as though he's putting them on you and you giving up too easy, 1 or 2 things are going on in his mind. I may have the wrong person, or I may have the wrong situation. I don't want to take this guy to jail.
Yeah, that's like almost like a psychological psychological thing to the police officers, because they supposed to have psych exams themselves, and you pull something like that off on, they're gonna be jacked up.
Yeah, absolutely right. So,
or on top of that, and your best friend also can be UCC 1-308. I reserve all my rights.
Well, not only that, but believe it or not, man, sometimes it may upset the officer, but it also puts them in a position where they can't go any further. Whenever you just say, I don't answer the question, that hurts them. That hurts the entire process. I just don't answer questions. Oh, you want my ID? Oh, here's my ID. Well, the license, here you go. Where you going? I don't answer questions. Because one question would definitely lead to another one.
Yep. And
now,
see, one thing I always do, because I had a cop ask me, "Hey, sir, where you driving to?" I said, "I'm not driving." He said, "Huh?" I said, "I'm not driving." He said, "So what are you doing?" "I'm traveling." And he said, "Oh, you're a sovereign citizen." I said, "Please don't disrespect me like that." Then he said, "Ho, ho, ho, ho. You're really getting upset." I said, "Yes." So I said, "Well, am I being detained?" He said, "No." I said, "So I can leave now, right?" And he just looked at me and was like, "You smart ass." Yeah. Because if you're detaining me, then I need your supervisor, because I need to know what I did wrong, and especially if I ain't doing nothing wrong.
Right.
That's an improper detain. But that means you can lose your job.
The best way to deal with a police officer is just go ahead and file a complaint on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you file a complaint on a police officer in most jurisdictions, that police officer can't write you a ticket. He has to call out a supervisor to even talk to you. You know that?
Yep. And you don't let them know that you under the arrest. What you do is you just signing under the duress. UCC-1308. I reserve all my rights, and then let it know this is not a signature. This is an autograph. It's a difference.
Yeah.
And the only difference is wordplay. If you sign in your name, you're a person. If you autograph in your name, you're a man or a woman. And remember, and you don't want to be an obligor, an obligee, a human being, or a person. You don't want to be none of those.
Or none of this plaintiff or defendant, none of that shit.
Nope. I'm not a plaintiff. I'm not a defendant. But I'm not representing myself under pro se. No.
Mm-hmm. And if you try to serve me with papers in all caps, shit, I ain't no corporation either. So I don't want that either.
If he shows up, he shows up under what is called amicus curiae. That is a Latin term in a judicial system, and it means friend of the court.
Yep.
And that's it.
And then here's another thing. Here's where they get you at. And the judge will say, "Where do you live at?" And just like a normal, typical, uninformed person, oh, I live such and 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 such. My question is, I always ask people, and when people ask you, "Where do you live at?" I want to know what you're going to say. Because if you say an address where you go to sleep at, that's not where you live at.
What you say, you visited?
No, that's where you dwell at.
Okay, dwelling. Okay, you're dwelling. All right.
You dwell there. The paperwork, meaning birth certificate, social security card, lives there. Right. Because you don't take it with you every day.
You're right.
So on top of that, when a judge asks me, "So where you live at?" I live within my body. Because technically, you are a person, and you get up by the grace of the good Lord or whatever you believe in, and you go about your day. So you live and you dwell within your body. But you really dwell at the address, and you never live at that address, because truth to be told, it's not yours. Mm-hmm. That I'm gonna put it like this: your house, your apartment.
There are many people that think that they actually own the property in which they live, even if they have a deed or a title. You don't own it.
Right.
The government. How can you own something that the government continues to collect money on?
Right. That's why now I'm in a process of re-registering my vehicle.
Yeah.
And if I
So
re-register the vehicle in my name, I take the security from the government.
yeah, so but hey man, that's a hell of a rabbit hole. I ain't trying to go down right now. Hey,
Right.
we'll discuss this at another time. But hey guys, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, appreciate it.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Yeah, man, we finna get ready to get up out of this thing and wrap it up. I'm finna go to my work night. You see the enemy try, but they won't prevail. Man, you
Right.
just gotta stay focused and keep moving, man. At the end of the day, man, because
Yeah, keep
people
on
gonna
chopping.
come and try to distract you and all that shit. But hey,
Yeah,
man, it
keep
was a good
on.
conversation tonight, informative. You know what I'm saying? And I'm quite
Hey,
sure when
another one.
Dana and him and their brother and Dana get together over there on their panel, it's gonna get, it's gonna.
Gonna be wicked over there. Why they come over? I'm sure want to come over there and get some more of that. Get some more of that gumbo.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, y'all talking my kind of talk.
Man, it's all about waking up the masses, man.
Yeah, a lot of them scared. A lot of them scared to get that. A lot of them scared to get that info though.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as confident as I am, I'm afraid of what's gonna happen after tomorrow. Because the people ain't ready, man. They ain't ready for EBS system to knock every communication out for 14 days, and you sit back and you gotta watch people that you thought was on the up and up publicly get lynched or publicly
Damn.
get beat. You know what I mean? People ain't ready for that, man.
I
Damn.
ain't ready
Somebody
for
else
that.
is
I don't
talking.
need it for 14 days either. Shit, I'm trying to see what's going on Friday.
Somebody else said that. Man,
But
what
I'm telling
you?
you, man, it's here, but the storm is here, man.
Yeah,
What
it
do you
is,
think
man.
about?
But it's just like just to sit back and think about we done waited all this time to get to where we at now. When I know Trump, this shit with Trump is one thing, but for our dear brother Rob, man, this month right here is vindication for him.
Yeah,
And look at the type of shit that's going on that's might really gonna overshadow the corruption that's gonna be pointed out with the government. Like I feel like the two cases can tie in too, but as far as the corruption go and the lengths that they went to, corrupt with these two different cases, like it's shit's crazy, man.
man. Listen, the swamp is so deep, bro, that at the end of the day, I would love to see Trump and Rob back to back, side by side, destroy the deep state, man. But in order for them to be successful, they gotta have foot soldiers out here that's willing to knock over any and everything by any means necessary. And the problem is too many eyes, too many big U's, too many wannabe chiefs and Indians, and not enough putting heads together and getting the common goal. Last night I laid the blueprint out. I just want to see who gonna run with it now. Because everything I put out there shows Robert is innocent and who did what to do what and how they did it.
I was watching a little bit of it earlier. I went back and started watching it, trying to see. I was watching a little bit of it, then I got a call, so then I ended up heading to work. But most definitely, I'm gonna finish going through it and listening to it. I got at least I got to the about an hour in it or so, hour and a half
Oh
into it.
man,
But
you got
you know,
3 hours and 20 minutes of
50
that.
minutes,
Yeah,
three
50
That's
hours
minutes.
the
or
one.
Okay.
something.
That's the one you did with Little Man, right?
Huh?
That's the one you did on Little Man, right? That's the one you talking about last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I had
So I
I
get
checked it
back
out.
down,
Thing
get
is,
down to it.
I already pretty much knew after looking at what you put out and you and Prima put out. I pretty much already knew what the deal was, and hearing this sucker say what he said, I mean, common sense tell you, hey, that's 100% of the reason why all this stuff had happened. So, and for the people who rock with it, I just don't get it. And when I put in your comment, I said, ain't no way in the hell you got this much support unless you done really, really did something to change their livelihood. So it all started to make sense to me. I said, yeah, he had to do all that for them to be rocking with the Met Hall, because you ain't gonna rock with somebody so hard that they can do something sinister, and you still gonna rock with them unless they done something for you that really changed your life.
Yeah.
And you still doing it. That's the only way you're gonna be able to rock with somebody like that, unless you don't have no. I mean, if you have some integrity. I mean, if you don't, then it got to be something else, some monumental things put in place for you to start doing it. So I figured that out a long time ago.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. So well, we're gonna get up out of here, man. I say, man, I appreciate y'all for coming on tonight, and shout out to that brother Corner, because he came in, and like you say, man, he came in, he came in with his facts, you know,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's when you can have a good conversation, when people actually, you know, when that good knowledge come together and bouncing off each other with, you know, that's the shit that makes these type of conversations important, man. And I say that I'm gonna get you that information when I get off of here. I'm gonna
Okay.
get you that information over to I'm gonna get it to him or get it to you. Either way, I'm gonna do it both
Okay.
ways. That make sure both of y'all have it or whatever. So shit, I'm gonna get ready to get up on this. I'm gonna get ready to get up and look at him, my boy. He just come in. But yeah, man, we gonna keep pushing, man, and keep bringing attention and awareness to it all, man. We ain't gonna address one and not the other. So we gonna every stone gonna be unturned by the time it's over with. So until next time, bro, I'm gonna go back and finish that lie though, because I heard some good stuff that I wanted to clip out. Some good stuff that was said in a little bit that I did listen to. So shit, it'll be tomorrow, man. If not tomorrow, Wednesday for sure, when I do the little fundraiser or whatever for the give back to Little Rock, help Little Rock, whatever.
All right. It's a bet.
All right.
All right, bet.
Shout out to everybody that donated as well.
All right, I'm out of here.
All
Shout
right.
out to the chat. All right, later.